Hey, what's up, you guys? Late night. Late night. Well, I want to get a jump start on the week. Anybody up? Uh-oh, I'm playing myself.
Hey, what's up, you
Ha
guys?
ha ha.
Late night.
Yep, there I go. Okay. Alrighty. So there's that. Okay, I recently found this very helpful person and I wanted to share her with you guys. She goes by Shelly's Millions. And I haven't even watched this whole thing yet, but I did go ahead and put it up on a Stand Up Humboldt webpage. And I want to play just a minute or two of her. She's adorable. She's really fun. She does live calls like every day, and I think she's very approachable and she's just a hoot. I think you'll find her to be very funny too. Hopefully helpful. This is the beginning of this one, and I was very happy to see the title of this, which says Great News. PUA stands for proof. It's your proof of work, I believe, is what that stands for. She'll say it. So let's see what she says here.
Sophie, those smell delicious.
It really is. It's kind of a funny commercial, that one. That is kind of a funny commercial.
Here we are wearing the ugly Christmas sweater the day after Christmas. Hi, Andy. Hope you had a great holiday. Okay.
Yep.
And there is some good news on the EDD front. I know a lot of you have been wondering if the EDD had approved anybody that just sent an affidavit in as their PUA proof of work. And I did get a comment from at least one viewer who did have their affidavit accepted as proof of PUA, proof of employment. They also had receipts that they submitted, though, so they submitted a couple of things. And I apologize, you guys, if it's loud in the background. I think I let you guys know last week that my garage was leaking, and there were repairmen here bright and early to get that taken care of. Andy wants to know when the best day to call the EDD is. It's going to be Tuesday through Saturday. And I think they're going to be closed Saturday. They're going to be closed one day next week as we enter the new year. You guys also, please, if you haven't already, I posted a video. It's linked and pinned in the top comment. This is Jenny Silver's book. And also there's an Amazon link up there where you can buy a copy of it. So this is the children's book that Jenny Silver wrote, and it's beautiful. And I'm going to be giving.
Okay, Jen. Let's see. There you go, honey. Come on up. Come on up. Okay, did I drop that link for you? Let me drop that link for Shelly's Millions. Jen wants to show me something live, so I'm going to drop her the link. And you guys can find her channel, watch that one about the affidavits. I will definitely... Why isn't it going in? Why isn't my paste coming up? There we go. Be sending one in. They're after me for a very poor phone interview that was conducted. And yeah, so anyway, this is going to be really helpful for some people. I think let's just peruse through some of her titles while I wait for Jen, okay? She has playlists. Let's see, I am sharing, right? Always want to. Oh, there's Jen. Okay. Okay, lady. Hi.
Hi.
All right, here we go.
I don't know if you can. I know it's real dark, and I don't know how to do the settings, but
is this a train?
Yeah, it's been sitting here since 1:30 today. And it's what, 12:30 now, and it's been sitting here with diesel all day. It hasn't moved. I finally called the cops and I said, hey, look, somebody better check this guy out. There's no lights. He's been sitting here for 12 hours. So the cops are down there now with the flashlights
It's a,
or
it
spot.
is a train, honey. It is a
Yeah,
train.
it's just the
Oh,
engine. Yeah,
oh, just the engine.
yeah. And those lights you
Wow.
see are the cop lights, but the engine is it has no lights. It's been sitting there since 1:30 today, and the
Interesting.
fumes are burning my eyes, burning my throat.
Oh
I don't know
no.
what.
You probably should
Yeah,
get away from there, sweetheart. We can't see anything anyway. Go get safe,
yeah. I
honey.
thought. Well, I took
Thank
Kona out
you.
about an hour ago, and it's burning my eyes and my throat, and I think the
Oh,
guy had a
lovely.
medical issue.
Get out of there.
So I just want to show you quick. But yeah, I called the cops, and they're
Good.
checking. So I don't know what. I just want to show you quick.
Yeah,
I,
good.
I don't know. I
If the
think it's a
cops weren't
medical.
there, I would tell you to shine a flashlight on it, but
I wish.
you know what's crazy? I should ask my daughter. She's probably sleeping, but we were at the restaurant today and she showed me a picture. She was 3/4 of the way home yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and there was a car that was flipped on its side. Its windshield was all busted up. There was blood all over the outside, blood all over the inside. And
Wow.
she was really freaked out. She couldn't get by it. She had to go down the hill and go back to town and stay at a girlfriend's house, but that was fine. That wasn't, she was just, she video recorded it as she walked up in it, and she was just glad there wasn't a dead body in it, It really freaked her
Yeah.
out. She put her
Oh,
flares up, and then a neighbor came down, and they came down on their motorcycle because gas prices right now.
yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if the cops will talk to you because you called it in. Do they know you're the one over there?
Yeah, they took my info and my address and blah blah blah, but it was just really weird. I go, he's been sitting there, no lights, no nothing. I go, the fumes, the diesel is just burning our throats and everything. I go, I think this guy had a medical emergency, and
Right.
oh, we'll send a cop down, and they just got here, and I was asking people on Hawk's channel what kind of diesel runs, what kind of fuel runs on a engine, blah blah blah, and they told me, and because I noticed it after my little nap I had today, and I'm like, this ain't right, so
Right. What channel is Hawk on? I heard all his channels got taken down.
12.
Oh my goodness, that man.
Yeah, but I
So
had to
back
close
in
all my
home.
windows. It was terrible.
Okay. Let me put that off there.
Okay, I'll go incognito. I just wanted to show you quick.
Oh, thank you, honey. Um, yeah, I didn't want to wait till tomorrow because I have a couple good links I wanted to share, and I figured there was some insomniacs up. Somebody would be up. I thought you'd be sleeping for sure.
I took my meds an hour ago, and I'm like, I took Kona out, and I was just like, that train is still out there. What the heck's going on? So for medical, being an EMT, something told I'm
Yeah.
following my gut, trusting my gut.
They'll probably, if he is in there, they're probably going to have a fire truck and an ambulance showing up soon.
Yeah, yeah.
Is what'll be next. So, did you have a good day other than the train? You had a nap today. That's
Yeah.
good. That's
A little
always a
nap and a lot of cleaning. And how about you?
I had a great day. Oh my gosh. Elaine showed up at church today, which was like super awesome. My daughter was there. Then we went to lunch. A couple friends were there. It was just, although in the morning it was rough, I spilled wet coffee grounds everywhere. And then this afternoon, I spilled cake all over. I dropped my cake. So, there was some little nuances, but I did
Yeah.
not let it steal my joy. I was super happy today. And so, yeah, it's been a great day. I worked a lot on the website, and I wanted to share what I did on there too. And what was the other last website? Oh, have you ever heard of a lady named Baily? Simmons, what's her name? Let me see. Baily. Oh my goodness. I'll find her again in a second. So she's got some dark history
Uh-huh.
videos out and playlists. You might have seen her because what's that?
I hear you.
Well, when I was telling my daughter and her girlfriend at the restaurant, her friend Sam knew. She was like, "Oh, Bailey, whatever,"
Uh
And
huh.
I don't know her name, but let me get it. So I saw a couple of her video titles YouTube suggested her, and so let me see if this is her. Baily Sarain. I'm sure there's some people that would not approve of her style, of some of her topics, of some of her material. Okay, but I'm going to show you the one that I really am curious and watching, and I'm kind of like a third in right now is about MK Ultra.
Uh huh.
But the one that YouTube suggested to me was pre tampon versus post tampon world, the dark history of menstruation. And I was like, oh, okay, YouTube, interesting. Not even not even an issue or a problem, but okay, you think I want to hear about that? So then, but the MK Ultra one was interesting, and she's been doing it for years, and she has like 6 million followers. So she has.
Wow.
Here's one: concentration camps in America, um, secret medical testing on people in the government. So yeah, let me just drop her. Let's see if her playlists. Yeah, she's even got playlists. The Dark History is a whole series. There's 35 videos there, but I'm going to go back to
Hmm.
just her videos and let people. All her videos aren't like that. They're not all the dark history. Because I showed her to my husband. He was like, whoa, what a weird set. Her
Yeah.
background is kind of dark and everything. I'm like, well, this is part of her series, but I don't really know her stuff that much. You know what I mean? I don't. But
Uh huh.
um, so I'm gonna finish watching that MK Ultra one, but that's something I keep wanting to talk about with people, and I don't really know enough to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll bet you know enough. You're probably like a 7 or 8 to my 2 or 3. You're probably a 7 or 8 to my 2 or 3, Jen. I'll bet you are.
Hey, I'm thinking about being a swatter on somebody's 7 acres about abandoned property.
You
I've been
are?
looking, huh?
You are? Seriously?
Yeah. Oh, I've been looking into stuff since '07, Diane.
Okay. Oh, the abandoned properties, the mansion
Abandoned.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that stuff is crazy. I
Yeah.
now that's why they're starting to send me her and stuff like that because I watched a few videos. Oh, one more thing while I'm looking over here, I have another one to play, but the Blue Ox Mill is a local place here. I taught woodshop to some homeschool kids one winter out
Mm-hmm.
here, and there is a you might have seen it if you've ever been to the Springfield Museum in Illinois. There
Yeah.
is a hearse replica. It was built in Humboldt County by this guy, and he did it with a bunch of veterans, and they all got to go out there for the unveiling, and it was this huge thing. And they did a play. He got dropped in Vietnam as an 18-year-old boy. Am I sharing this?
Oh.
I hope you can see all this. Yeah. And
Yeah, I
so
can see it.
anyway, yeah, my cousin told me that he is going to be on a series called Craftsman Days, and I think it has to do with Magnolia, the Chip
Okay.
and Joanna Gaines people.
Uh-huh.
Or maybe not, maybe not. But anyway, that's the Blue Ox's website. You can watch the play here. I was here for opening night of the play, and I know Viviana and Eric really, really pretty good. Not super great, but I've spent some time with them, and they're
Mhm.
wonderful people. He bought an old sawmill in in Eureka, and
Wow.
he has the oldest collection of woodworking tools, particularly hand powered working tools. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and he's been recognized for a long time. He goes back here. He built a table for Clinton. There's President Clinton, and he used to get flown over all over the world and worked on, like, if you go to their website, and I have it on Stand Up Humboldt's website. Here's the charity one, but there's a homestead. There's a, what is it? Humboldt Stories, and I need to add this Craftsman Days here, but that's the Hearst, but the Lincoln Hearst that's at the Springfield. Have you ever been to that museum, Jen?
Yes, ma'am. My dad was in charge of the Chicago Park District and the Smithsonian and all that stuff. And we used to get this. We used to park. One of his construction offices was underneath the Soldiers Field.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
we
got
used to.
pictures of Soldiers Field when they were remodeling it, and it was all dug up and everything. We took the kids
Mhm.
back there that summer, and
Yep.
it was just getting unearthed. They
You
left
know
part
what
of it
happened?
pretty
Do you know what
wild.
happened? Do you know what happened to all that wood?
No. What happened? All that wood, Jen.
Uh, we built a 4,500 square foot house in Wisconsin.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. Yeah. My dad was able to take the wood
Cool.
and yeah, it was phenomenal. Oh, Diane, I got stories to tell you.
Oh, good. Yeah, well, we better do some more. We better do one this week. I was thinking about what was the other thing? So I did Shelly's Millions. Oh, it was the charity page on Stand Up. I got a couple extra people on there, and it's a little bit different. I'd still the charity page. I got to get it back on that tab. I forgot. It's got moved around. And this isn't rotating. This is supposed to rotate, but I don't know why it's not moving for me, so I'm not really sure. But it's just
Mhm.
really quick put together. Miss Blue Moons is right there. And then I've got Brenda's on there. I talked to her early
Wow.
today, but this took me a lot longer. And both of these pictures will take people. Am I sharing? Yeah, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Both of these pictures will take people to the sites. So that one tells her story, the rest of her story, and then the other picture takes it right to right here. And so that's there for there. And then I also was able to get my friend Justin on here,
Aw.
and he has a really good BitChute channel. So he has a, let's see, that takes people to his Venmo, and I used it today to make sure it works. And that takes to his Venmo. Oh, that's supposed to take to his BitChute channel. Whoopsie. I need to fix that. Whoopsie, whoopsie. But he does have a very helpful BitChute channel. He knows a lot of stuff about like big pharma and natural health, and just a lot of different things that is very interesting. And a lot of things are short clips. Some are longer than others, but he gets really interesting variety of clips. And there he is there in a 1 minute video. That's a Humboldt one. That's a good one. So
Mhm.
but he started to do some of his own. He did one of his own and uploaded it. That's actually him right there.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, he's what it is he lives in his car with his dog. It was his mom's dog. He took care of his mom till she died. And then there he was at the honkathon. I was there for a little bit too. And anyway, she passed away about 3 years ago, and so he's been living out of his car. I'm not sure how long, but um, he'd really love to get like a van, like how Seth has a van.
Yeah.
That would be a lot, and because he really doesn't want a place, he's very
Yeah.
mobile. And so I'd love to help him make that happen. I'd love to help him get a van. And so anyway, I told him I would try to help him more, and he helps me once in a while. He's around. He's here and there. I see him, but so he's on there. Oh, the other one I'm going to get on here is Seth. Let me turn this share off for a second. Seth's nephew has already gotten. It looked different this morning. Seth told me it wasn't done. It wasn't completed, but I was able to manage to get to it. Let me try again here. And so his nephew's uploading a bunch of pictures. I can tell he's working on the website, you know. And so he's down in Florida, and he's actually he's trying to talk Seth into coming down to visit him. And, you know, Seth just told me that his own mom just passed a year ago also. And he really debated going back, you know, to the East Coast and everything. And he really regrets it now, of course. And just, you know, he had not told me that. I mean, girl, like, you know, I've stood on the steps of the courthouse with him since, I'm trying to think, the first time I met him was last summer, you know, and like I said, we did not get along super good when him and I first met. I mean, we could certainly rally, but then sitting down to eat dinner and really getting into politics, was tough. So this is actually a picture from the Speedway.
Wow.
I can tell I saw that on somebody's stream picture. And like I said, it looked different this morning, but these are some short clips. Oh, that's a picture that Seth must have sent him, right? That's cool, huh?
Yeah.
That's very cool. Let's see. And then I saw there was a few more of those. So maybe that's what it is he's been building on it. Okay, so these are all little videos, but I still don't see. And look there on the bottom, see it?
Uh-huh.
All the way from Humboldt County, California.
Just
Isn't
awesome.
that great? I love
Yes.
it. I love it. So yeah, his nephew still has some work to do. I don't see anywhere to donate to Seth. I don't see anything, but I'll drop the link anyway. And then, you know, maybe by the time, if people watch this later and they want to see if it works or not, then they can. Hi, Tina P. Good evening, honey. So I'm excited. I want to help get him back to California, but he is going to be able to turn in his receipts to the it's a give a gallon is what it's called. It's a give a gallon. So it's
good.
not a big ask, you know.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's great. Yeah. So and
Yeah.
I bet these are that's his sign, and he said that sign is trashed. He said it's trashed. It got completely wrecked from the last
boy.
snow. So he's bummed about it, but anyways, so he's having a good time. Whoops, again with the beeping. Oh, I can't turn that down all the way because that turns me down too. I forgot. That's the volume there. Turns you down and it turns me down, Jen. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. But oh, look at that beautiful flag.
Oh man.
That looks great.
That's what I'm going to get when I pass, when I die. The truckers, they do that with a ladder, and they put you on the back of the fire truck, and then they do a last call on the scanner, and then they don't hear an answer, and then they say that, you know, that you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Last call, she did not answer her call.
Yeah.
It's an honor.
Yeah, so there's some of those guys are in it for the long haul. Not a lot of them. Oops, that was kind of cool.
The
Not
house.
a lot of them are leaving, but there have been quite a few that have left. He said, of course,
Yeah.
of course. So, but those were basically the three websites. I wanted to get a little jump start. Hi, Full Money. How are you, honey? I wanted to get a jump start on the week because I got to do some work with that EDD. I mean, they're after me for 15 grand, and they just, my phone interview was horrible. I kept telling the lady, I don't work full time for my business, and they know that. But, I didn't claim my little bit of money that I do get for it. We just pay
Mhm.
enough into for the Social Security and the Medi-Cal and stuff. But
Yeah.
anyway, what a debacle. So I know a
Yeah.
lot of people are having that, especially by when I hear her talking. She's
Mhm.
like, everybody is just screwed basically in California with
Yeah.
EDD. I mean, they've been a mess for a while, and it's not getting better anytime soon. So um but I am going to do a show for Brenda this week. But by the time I got that website done, I need to get I can put Monty's link up there too. I want to get that stuff over on the Rhapsodic Global page too. I looked at it a little bit, but this was quite a bit of work just to get these on the stand up page, and it was the easiest too. So,
Yeah.
um,
Did you have a chance to look at those little tiny homes for the homeless? Wasn't that
was it an
odd?
email? Did you send me an email?
Yeah, that was a
No,
couple days ago. They were like little cubicles for the homeless in Madison.
really. Let me see. Let me see. Made out of wood or what?
No,
No.
I can't tell you. They kind of look like they're plastic, but they also look like they're wood. So I'm not sure. But
Oh,
they want to
something
clean up the
lightweight.
parks and,
All right, let me see. Let me see.
just a
Hmm.
weird, yeah.
I seen one time this guy had made one for this black lady that was sleeping out in front of his driveway. He was a
Hmm.
white guy, and it was looked like a suburb, but this lady had like chose his driveway,
Aw.
and he did let her in his home. I think he like tried to help her, let her sleep on his porch or whatever. Maybe gave her a blanket sometimes. I'm not sure
Mhm.
how he did it, but
Yeah.
um anyways, that's not what I wanted. He ultimately ended up building her quite a nice little shelter. It wasn't very big, but he also let her park it right in his driveway.
Awesome.
Mhm. Mhm.
Awesome.
Mhm. I don't think she could she might have been able to stand in one part of it,
Mm-hmm.
but it was really just for laying down in. But of course, I think she could sit in it too. And there was like a little window, and
Aw.
yeah, I think it was cool. I think it was very cool. All right, let me see. I probably could find it sometime. I'm looking for your email now. Did you send it to the Gmail?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you said it, and you sent thank you back.
Oh, okay. Let me find it. City sanctioned campground. Oh, yeah, I did look at that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think so. I love the tiny house ones. Oh, no,
Mm-hmm.
I did not look at this. Okay. I saw the title, but I didn't look at it. All right, let me share my screen. Oh. Okay.
I need to talk to you about my other daughter too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want to talk tomorrow or
yeah.
on the phone? Okay. These are cute. Now, you see, give them something to be proud of. Don't have them too close where they can burn each other down.
Mm-hmm.
Make them out of metal and plastic and stuff. That looks like about right.
Yeah.
That look like of all the money these freaking elitists pour in, and there's more, and it's becoming like the Arkley Center here, they want you to have the freaking passport to get into their hoity-toity, beautiful building to watch symphonies and live music and performances. What a crock of crap, don't you think?
Yeah.
That's what you're going to do to us. Meanwhile, you got people that can't get basic care on the street. I'll never, ever support that place again. I'll be hard pressed unless one of my kids ends up performing there by some miracle. Okay, there ain't no way I'm getting no place that's. There's a good half dozen to a dozen places I've heard of that are asking for a passport. F you,
What?
mofos. Yes. Yes. They're out of their minds. These people. And I went, oh, you know what? I went to the longest running, it was the oldest dispensary, it is still here in Humboldt County, called Humboldt Patient Resource Center today.
Mm-hmm.
And because Sarah told me, they've been here since 1999, Jen. They've been one that's been about the medicine and not a stoner store. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why we liked them, because they were about the medicine, not, oh, what's going to get you high, this and that, and this kind of stuff.
Right.
So this is in Madison by you?
Yeah.
Dairy Drive. Let's see it.
It's about an hour from me.
Has the largest selection of in-stock
Stupid commercials. I hate when they play those commercials.
Again, I mute the wrong one.
Okay.
Let's see.
Found on Dairy Drive in Madison say they've almost filled up the site. It opened in November. There are cabins for 30 people. 26 people have moved in. Operators are now identifying the next 4 to move in. One of the licensed clinical social workers who works at the site says he's pleased with the cohesiveness of the staff and how they treat the people living there.
When they come in for the first time, everyone welcomes them. Welcome to the community. Welcome to your new home. Treating each person with respect. They are not a homeless person. They are a person who's had some difficulties in their life, including homelessness.
Operators say 3 people have already moved into permanent housing and 2 more are very close. Some of the people living at the Dairy Drive site had previously been part of the encampment at Rindall Park.
Download the new Magic
I wonder
of
if
March
they have
app
their
and
own
experience
bathroom
everything
or what. Do you know?
See the latest
I
scores,
don't know.
highlights, and live games streamed right to
How
your
do
phone
I
or
turn
tablet.
that
The
off?
new WIAA
Okay, there we go. That's very cool, though. That is
I wish
so
they would
great.
do more for vets, though. Also,
Yeah, when T was in office, Eureka's vet hall got a really big makeover. There was a humongous vet site put up in the middle of town. Just a lot of good notices, a lot of good changes. But this, the only thing we really have going here is a government fund. Now, Betty Chin was great. She did a lot of things. She's got a little site over by the welfare office. They don't call it welfare anymore. Sorry, but
yeah.
I forget what they call it. Department of Social Services. Betty Chin, Eureka, California site. Okay, so she's got a bunch of containers and this and that, and it's great. And I love that about her. But one of the videos I have on BitChute is me going into her building over here that she has. And when she was offering the free Pokey Poke to the community and asking to see information about it and given a binder with a couple QR readers.
Yeah.
Okay. It's documented on BitChute. She took money and she sold out, as far as I'm concerned. That's pretty ignorant, because her story is remarkable. Coming from China, she carried her dead sister around for a couple weeks. My daughters heard her testimony and cried, and she's loved by a lot of people, but she's also very controversial because she gives away a lot of stuff to the homeless people, and people complain that they just end up finding a lot of the stuff in the hills,
Wow.
And so I think it's debatable what's proper to do. I liked her little container area. These are containers, and this is what's outside of that, Department of Social Services building. There's like 4 of them, and in the middle there's a little courtyard. And so, I thought that's very respectable and everything. But once you sell out and start taking money because you're being offered it to
Yeah.
push a free drug from, you're a sellout. You're a
Yeah.
sellout. You sold out, chick. Sorry to say, you sold out.
It's all
And it's
about
really
money.
a bummer. Yeah, see, here she is right here. Right here at her place. That's right there. That's where I went. And it was a shame. It was a
Wow.
shame. I was disgusted by it. But I'm not going to go shame her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to take away everything she's done for people. This is a kind of woman who, before she had these centers, she drove around in a blue truck called Betty's Blue Angel. She'd get up at 4 in the morning and bring homeless people food, clothes, basic needs. This was her original vehicle right here. This is her Blue Angel ride. Betty's Blue Angel. She did it for years. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I hate to rag on her for anything, but it's just I hate that poison.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Hate that poison. And this is
That's
her
cool.
beautiful woman. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman. She really, really is, but
Yeah.
it's just like, damn, and so she gets a lot of money now, lots of money, and it's all government, it's grants. Oh, time standard, forget you. I'll never buy your stupid paper. But yeah, so yeah, that's her. Too bad, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd like to partner with her. She's just a couple blocks up from our business, actually. I remember when she didn't have that building. And that building that she's in, it was broken into twice. It was
Wow.
robbed. It was really sad. It was really BS. I mean, I might not like somebody's politics, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I would never want that for anybody. And I have an employee that is got her daughter's 5 now, and she has a husband. And about 4 years ago, she lived at the Betty Chin. She lived at that site that I walked into and wanted to see the paperwork for. And she said Betty put her up in the middle of that house. She was full, but she put her up with her and her husband and her 3-year-old daughter or something like that. It was
Wow.
2 or 3-year-old daughter. So, you know, she's still a stand-up lady.
Yeah.
It's really difficult. It's really difficult. These times have really got us divided. And I can't see any chat at all other than Tina. I don't know if anyone's commented, but I'm going to check here. I think it's just us, kid. Is it just you and me? Monty might be, I bet he's on another channel or two.
Well, I don't mean to change the subject, but they just
Yes.
called 1079.
What does that mean? A deceased?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, his family, Jesus.
So
Please
something.
protect us. Be with his family and comfort them, Jesus. In your name, amen. How awful and sad.
I mean, I always have the scanner on ever since I was at EMT, and it's just, you hear this stuff and some of the accidents you see. I saw this one, 2 real bad accidents. I saw this guardrail go through this car.
Man,
And yeah,
I've watched a guy talk about losing his leg from that happening.
well, this decapitated a lady
Oof.
about a
She
mile
didn't live
outside
then.
town.
Nope, she didn't live.
And there was
Don't
another
live when
guy
they're
that,
decapitated ever, usually, right? Nope.
yeah,
I don't think they can put their heads back on, can they?
no,
No, I don't think.
Frankenstein.
No,
But you're traumatized. I mean,
Okay, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'm pleading ignorance. Y'all make fun of me.
No, and
You know,
then there's
nobody's saying a word here, but you know what's funny, Jen? I got off the other day and it was like I left out, I X'd out of YouTube and then I went back in. It was like 20 views. And I was like, 20 views? And nobody said hi. YouTube said there was nobody there. It's like, whatever.
Did I? Was I on there? Or?
Yeah, you usually always say hi.
Why is he taking an afternoon nap? I know I'm 2 hours ahead of you, so anywhere from like 1:30 to 4:30, I'm usually I'm out. I'm sound asleep.
Well, it's really only like 11 o'clock at night right now.
Yeah, and it's 2 o'clock here.
But it's really like 1 o'clock.
Well, I did my clock ahead, so it's 2.
By one day. You're one
Yeah.
day, 2 o'clock in the morning. You're one day, 2 o'clock in the morning right now. That does hardly count, but that's okay. No, it's okay. I just wanted to do a quickie stream on those couple of
Yeah.
links, you know, get a jump start, drop that in Stand Up Humboldt's group and see that people can see. What I really liked about the Shelly's Millions thing is that she said an affidavit worked. And so it was just more confirmation for the whole affidavit thing too, which was great. So yeah, and Seth's website hopefully will be up tomorrow, and I want to do a show with Brenda this week and feature her story, and maybe Miss Blue Moon will check in. I think she called me today when I was feeding my horses, maybe, or she butt dialed me, I'm not sure, but I missed her call, and I didn't check and see. I'll check in with her tomorrow, but you know, we don't see her in the chat a lot, so hopefully she's good. But
it's weird her not being in your chats. It's, you know, usually you see her, but yeah.
Yep, it is. I know. It is. Well, hopefully she's well. You know, I pray for her, and I definitely spent some time on her Venmo account and trying to get that, page, you know, that charity page, and get it all right and make sure it's all. There should be an update the middle of March about what's going on and what's her prognosis and stuff, you know, moving forward. So hopefully she'll reach out and talk to me about it soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, we can talk in a little bit if you want to talk in private, or we can talk tomorrow. If
Probably
I'm gonna get
tomorrow
off.
will be better.
Let's talk tomorrow, sweetie. Okay. Well, I hope you have sweet dreams, and I love you. And thanks for getting on and sharing with me.
I'm sorry. I thought I'd have a better view, but it was just like they say, see something.
I'm glad you did it. Now that we know the fate of it, you know what? It's best. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if the railroad, workers are supposed to get the XX or what, or it was just weird because I took Kona out at 1:30 today for her afternoon potty time and come back and ate and took a nap, and I took her out at like 12 o'clock and it's still sitting there on the main track running, no lights, no nothing. I called the cops. I'm like, can you call the railroad, have somebody check on him? Well, we'll send an officer down there. So, and I just heard
It'll probably be in the news tomorrow.
Yeah.
It'll be in the news tomorrow.
Well, I got a headache from the diesel. I mean, I smelled it, around supper time, and I had my windows open because it's kind of like 45, 50, and I love fresh air, but it was just getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and it's something. And when I took Kona out, it was still sitting there. It's just not right. Me and my trains.
Do they usually just have their one engine anyways like that?
No, it's usually two engines pulling all the military stuff.
Right.
So this is just odd.
Maybe
I'm odd.
You'll probably find out more tomorrow in the paper, really.
Yeah. Or you usually have it on the radio. I'm more of a radio person, so.
Oh, whoa. Well, we'll have to get into your research methods this week, huh? You should be taking some notes on what you'd like to share. We'll have Jen's Corner. Jen, the spotlight with Jenner. No, we better not make it too flashy sounding, or she'll hide in the corner. featuring Jen from Wisconsin.
Noah.
Woo-hoo! Everybody, it's Jen from Wisconsin.
It's cool. Zeth driving a Chevy Astro van. That's what I had back in,
Oh, yeah?
2009, 10, 11, something like that. Took all my kids to college, loaded up, and those vehicles are just they're awesome, and they're good. They're good runners. So
Every time I watch footage of the convoy,
mhm.
every time I can find Seth in some of that footage.
Yeah, he stands up. He stands out.
He's really tall. Yeah, when I go to hug him, I think my top of my head comes up to his like breast right here. It's like,
Uh-huh.
oh, hi, Seth. He's like really
How
tall.
tall is he?
I'll have to ask him. I'm not sure. He's definitely pretty tall.
My bio dad was 6'7".
I got a picture. Yeah, I got a picture of us at the vet center. That's on our BitChute channel. Let me look it up really quick. That was the one I saved as a thumbnail. You're 5'7"?
No, my bio dad was 6'7", and I'm the list, out of 10, but I'm the shortest, and I'm 5'7". Everybody else is above 6 foot. 5'11", 6 foot, 6'1". Even my kids are all taller than me, except for Robin.
Yeah, it's hard to tell because this is the thumbnail. Oh yeah, if I don't play it. Oh darn it. Let me go back and pause it.
Yeah, seeing that Polish chick was awesome. That was cool.
Yes. She was adorable. I loved her. All right, where is it? This is Seth, and let's see, full screen.
Not a big crowd today, but Mr. Chuck is here.
I thought I went bigger. Oh, I did picture in picture.
Hello, gorgeous.
I loved him. love him. All right, let's see. Go back. I've got the stupid picture in picture. Stop. Okay, this is it. Okay, if I hold it. Okay, look at how tall he is.
Oh my gosh.
I'm literally up to his chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm 5'7". So
wow. When I hug my son Dylan, it's like my face.
Somebody else cut his face off. Right? They cut his...
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Yeah, that's that sign. He brought that. That's Linda there, and this was at the vet's hall. She told me to bring a shovel. She said she was bringing her pitchfork, but she didn't have her. She did have her pitchfork, but she never got it out. There's Chuck. You know I love that man. Just love him to death. He is just amazing. He's amazing. So that was the Veterans Hall. Last summer, last fall-ish.
That's awesome.
So, and that's van right there. We looked a little bigger than we were, I thought. The van's a big presence. And so yeah, it was August. They did a big clinic out there. There was a big long line. And it was a bummer because there was this young firefighter and he pulled up and then he got in line and Genevieve got her stuff ready and she was going to go up there and give it to him. And they went and got him from the back of the line and had him go in the front of the line, which, it's just a bummer. It's just a bummer.
Yeah.
And tonight, I wonder, let me see real quick, if my phone downloaded it on the iCloud, because I had that 1 minute thing where I was like, are you guys really? Sarah said, yeah, I heard that dispensary was talking about just keeping the masks on. Even though, it's tomorrow, all the kids are supposed to get them off across the county, Jen. Praise God.
Oh gosh. Amen.
Thank you, Jesus. I mean, yeah, so that's good. But here it is. Here's what happened to me today. So I go in there. I'll show you what happened. It's only a minute long, and hopefully it's not too rowdy for, probably going to get me in trouble because they suck. But I don't care. We'll play it anyway. Whatever. It'll go on BitChute. But I heard they were going to keep having them, and I couldn't believe it. And I thought, oh, hopefully not, you know. So I don't walk in with it in their face recording, but it is in my wallet, face down when I walk in.
Mm-hmm.
How are you?
Doing well. So we are still requiring masks there, so we can see the business on the other side now.
You're still requiring masks?
Yes.
Okay, you're going to tell me you're not going to let me in here without a mask?
Yeah,
Okay, what's your name?
my name is Corbin.
Do you really want a discrimination suit against you, Corbin? Because you guys been doing this for 2 years.
Well, I mean, I would hope it's not against me personally, because
It's not, but it is the law that you require that you give free and equal access. Curbside is not free and equal. And I know you guys had a meeting last Sunday, so I was hoping this wasn't the case. So your manager's still requiring them?
Correct, yes.
What's your manager's name?
Well, manager is Caden.
Caden
Williams, and then director is Mary Ellen Jerkovich.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let him know that.
Wow.
Yeah, let him know I'll be back. Let him know I'll be back. And then this twerp says to me as I'm walking out the door, is that my reflection? Because I don't really want it. And you know what I said to him? I said, deal with it. You're in public. And he's like, fair enough. Something like that. He might not have said fair enough, but what he said was funny. There's my chocolate cake I made yesterday.
Aww.
Yeah, my husband was quite impressed with it. Yeah, I could upload this. This is a great website I found, Gretchen's Bakery. It's a vegan bakery. And of course, I screwed that frosting up again. I was supposed to add the butter before I added the powdered sugar. And I totally forgot the first time I did it, too. And anyway, but yeah, I got that Polish chicken here. And Agnes, she's called Polish. See, there's the picture from Seth. And so that's why I know that his beekeeper, his nephews used that one for his Fuel the Beekeeper website, you know. And these are pictures from Seth. These are videos from Seth. This is the morning he woke up to this snow. He has been freezing. I've offered to get him a hotel room. I've told him that I have some points on a card, you know what I mean? And I could, he's comfortable in his van. You know, he's comfortable. He said he was thinking about a hotel room today. I mean, a lot of those guys went and got a hotel room. But that's Art right there. He's the guy that has the big rig shots on Facebook that I show his photos sometimes.
Yeah.
He took that photo of Seth with the snowball. So, yeah, I've asked Seth to look into the Freedom Convoy and to see what exactly about that oh, he was telling me about this girl. Oh, yeah, he loved this girl. Yeah, I guess that sign is trash now. And you know what? He had to add the People's Convoy because he originally made that for Canada. And we stood out there for Canada before USA got off their freaking ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we were very, very proud of Canada in Humboldt County. Let me tell you, I've always been proud of Rage, Remote, Cage. He goes by Cage. I always call him. And Brenda, Canadian Patriot. So that's Kim. And that's Seth right there. So yeah, they definitely, and there's my kitty, and he's cute. He's a little bugger sugar. Yeah.
It's so weird. Robin has been a Canadian fan ever since she was little, and she's got all the Canadian pennies.
Oops. Yeah,
That's
really?
Awesome. That's awesome. Look at the dinosaur. I would have done it.
Yeah, he told me one of those was Humboldt, I think. Here's some Uncle Sam and a Statue of Liberty and
Oh, amen.
mm-hmm.
When are you getting your tooth fixed?
Oh, I gotta call the dentist tomorrow. And here was my Facebook post, Jen. Or you're
That's
not on
pretty.
Facebook, are you?
No.
I put this on there because I follow this group that shares photos of beautiful, beautiful California, and I said
Wow.
everyone's leaving California for greener pastures. Is there anyone who will fight for our freedom here? This is my temporary home, just passing through. I love the land and promise to be a good steward. Send help.
Aw.
Send help. Send help. Yeah. So yeah, lots of I got some footage for Seth because has to he has to delete it right away off of his iPad.
Yeah, to clean.
That's
Yeah.
Kim. Yeah, that's Kim also. That's our Humboldt trucker, and he's in it for the haul. I'm going to check in with him this week and talk with him. I
Awesome.
need to talk with him. Yeah, he's been working hard, and these guys really serve. You know, they know
Yeah.
there's work to do. I really loved. I'm going to send you my pastor's message today. It was so good. It was so good. He just got
Awesome.
back from a pastor's conference, and he was pumped up, man. He was pumped up. He was putting the fuel to the fire about there's work to be done. You know,
Yes.
he's kind of got my attitude like, don't be sitting around, Christian, waiting for God to save us. You are the hands and feet of Jesus. You know, get busy. So I was really glad to hear that he was pretty fired up, and Elaine was there, and it was just a really great message. You know, it was a really he's very intelligent. The guy, I mean, our pastor could be making twice as much money. He's definitely not here for the money. He's
Right.
very intelligent. You know, he's from India. His parents are from India, and they wanted him to be a doctor, of course.
Uh-huh.
And he went to college and he got a degree in computer science and aviation technology. And he was making pretty good money, you know, in a factory job that he hated, just like my husband. My husband used to make like $400 a week in 1987
Oh my gosh.
because he was working 16-hour days. That's how come.
Oh man.
Yeah, his schedule, he worked at Stone Container in Chicago in Bedford Park. In
Oh my
Bedford.
gosh.
Yeah. What, you know that place?
Yeah. Do you know where Sweetheart Cup is?
Do I know where what
By
is?
Ford City, Sweetheart Cup.
Well, I know Ford City. That's my old stomping grounds.
Yeah. Well, Sweetheart Cup used to be right there. I used to work for them back in '79.
Oh my gosh. I
I
was born in
know.
71, so I wasn't tromping around there just yet, you know. Ford City was like when I was a teenager, we went to Ford City. And
Yeah.
then we upgraded to the Ridgewood Mall. But you
Uh-huh.
know, my favorite neighborhood to hang out with in Illinois was Brighton Park, where the library was the biggest,
Mhm.
beautiful, most beautiful library, and the Archer Avenue Big Store, baby. Oh, I
Yep.
love Archer Avenue Big
Wow.
Store. That was
Oh
the
my God.
greatest. And we used to go to that one store for all our clothes, or for our Catholic school. We always had to go to that one special store for your Catholic uniform, you know.
Uh-huh. Yep.
that was down that way too. But that library, though, that library had a sunken in, uh, you know, reading area
Maria.
and
Yep.
upper level, and I just loved going to that library. It was just cool. And I would get some, you know, VHSs were out, and I was getting some movies too, you know, but I liked all what they had. I remember messing with all that stuff, the microfiche and the microfilm, and I was like, "Oh, what's this do? What's that do?" You know, I was chomping
Yep.
all over that. And they're like, this is the adults only section, kid. Get out of here," you know. And I was just all over that place. So, and I know my mama let me ride the CTA when I was pretty young. I was probably like 13 or 14. Man, I think I
Yeah.
was still in elementary school when I was going down there. So I had to be 12,
Wow.
you know, 12. But I probably went with a friend, and, you know.
Do they still call it the Green Hornet?
What is the Green Hornet?
The
Oh, the
buses.
bus. CTA. No, the roach coach or those of course were the food trucks. We call them we call the food trucks the roach coaches. Oh my gosh, I have so many good memories of Chicago. I am really getting homesick too. I told my daughter, I'm like, I'm thinking about the 4th of July. Jen, I'm thinking about the 4th of July.
Oh my
Seriously.
gosh, I'll come and see you. I will meet
You
you.
better. Oh, you better come and
Hell
see me.
yeah.
And
Hell
now
yeah.
I got an aunt who's got a nice house in Valparaiso. Is that the other direction or is that closer to you?
What's
Valparaiso,
the name of
Indiana?
it?
It's further, right? It's further.
It's further east. It's further away from me, but
Now my sister just bought a house in Skokie, Illinois. So
okay.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
get that. Yeah, Debbie lives in Mokina, so that's where I had gone for Thanksgiving. So
In Waukegan?
Mokina.
Oh, Mokina. Okay. I don't know where that is actually.
Oh gosh,
But that's okay.
I can't think right by
But I'm not
Lamont.
sure, if I can, my favorite mode of transportation is the train.
Mm-hmm.
I will fly. I'm not afraid to fly, but I ain't wearing a fucking mask. Sorry. I'm not, You know I'm not. I haven't unmasked. I could. It's the principle of the thing, and I'm not putting my money. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I always have, I'm
Yeah.
still supporting stuff I don't want to be, but I am not supporting that outright tyranny.
Yeah.
I can't. I can't.
I got a message reminder Thursday that I go to the dentist because, like, when you chipped your tooth, the next day I chipped my tooth. It's the second one from the front, from the bottom, and it went straight up to the gum, completely chipped in half.
Oh shoot!
So it doesn't pain me. I just got to be real careful chewing, and it's just like So I get it fixed Thursday.
I got these new almonds from Costco. They're like olive oil and salt and pepper, and I was like, I was going at it like I don't got a mouthful of metal. Just I'm sure I swallowed the dang part of the mercury filling.
Oh gosh!
And you know what though? I'll tell you what. There's a blessing in. I refused to let my dentist treat me like a slave.
Right.
And I was not able to get my teeth cleaned or worked on for a year and 3/4, almost 2 years.
Wow.
And but my husband has met this really amazing man through a study group of men, and he'd been with this guy for a while, and it turns out he's a dentist. And so he got me in with him. And so the guy personally cleaned my teeth. He didn't even have his assistants clean my teeth.
Wow.
I'm not kidding you. And he was able to use the ultrasonic machine that my own dentist isn't ever able to use because they keep it on full blast the whole time. And he would like go in and go real slow. And like he was freaking amazing. And he doesn't use amalgam. And I had brought to my dentist years ago. She's from the Philippines. So she has nice small hands and she's very good. But she has made me feel about this big sitting in the chair when my kids were little, because my husband and I and my kids all went to her at the same time, and we could barely afford to get all of us get our teeth cleaned.
Wow.
And she was like guilting me about, you really need to get braces because your teeth would just be so much better. And she just like really laid it on one time in a way that was just like not understanding of my financial situation, as if it was a freaking choice that I didn't have the braces. And so I was super pissed about it. And anyway, but I let it go. And then my kids and I all three got braces at the same time.
Me too.
You do? And it was great. You did
Back
with
in
your daughter?
05, but I mean the kids were paid for, but I couldn't afford the last 2,000. So the dentist is like, all right, well, we got to take yours off.
Oh,
Like, oh man. So yeah. Oh well. All good.
Oh, you had to get yours off before they were done?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's okay.
Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, my son let his all go to crap. He didn't do the retainer, and I do. So anyway, the thing is, I suffered through that, with that dentist. I've been with her for years, Jen. I couldn't even tell you how much money that woman has gotten from my family.
Gosh.
The crowns. I mean, I've got 4 or 5 freaking crowns in my mouth,
Oh,
all
wow.
from her, and just a mouthful of metal, amalgam fillings. And so I brought her a chapter of What You Don't Know May Be Killing You from Dr.
Mhm.
Colbert, and
Ooh.
chapter about those fillings. And I was like, listen, I don't want she talked me out of porcelain. 'Cause that's all
Mhm.
she really offered. And she just downed me again, and I still stuck with her.
Yeah.
So, sometimes you have to get the boot to move
Mhm.
on,
Yep.
don't you?
Yes, I know
And
exactly what you mean.
yeah, I'll bet you do. Bet you do. You have a good dentist?
Yes, I do.
Good.
Yeah, she's phenomenal. Really
Good.
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 The only thing I can't take, I mean, I've never had problems before, but like when they pulled a tooth, not this January, but last January, she
Yeah.
gave me some Laticaine, whatever to numb you, to pull out a wisdom tooth.
Yeah,
And
whatever it is. Yeah.
I don't think I ate before I went there because I usually don't. I don't want to have stinky breath and stuff.
Get out of
And
it. Get
as
out of it.
soon as she pulled, I didn't even feel her pull the tooth out. And within 20 minutes after her being done, I'm sitting in this chair and I am shaking. It was almost like having being like diabetic or something. It was like the shot affected me. So
Oh, yeah. Huh.
I don't know if she gave me too much or what. And they're like giving me orange juice and trying to give me crackers, and I got a cotton full of mouth and I'm trying.
I wonder just too much, huh?
Yeah, I think they gave me too much.
Yeah.
So
Did
they
you
didn't
lose
realize how much.
weight, or did you lose
Huh?
weight? I wonder if they had your weight wrong and
Yeah,
calculated.
no. Well, yeah.
Mm.
Let's see. 2 years ago, March of 2020, I was 211, down to 134. And a
How'd
year
you lose so
ago,
much weight?
because I couldn't eat.
Oh,
My
that's
esophagus.
right.
Yeah.
You still have that going on. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're gonna see the dentist, but that's not gonna help your whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta talk more about that tomorrow. You need to remind me about all that again, because I usually have to write that kind of stuff down because I do like to remember those kind of details. And when I was younger and I had more brain cells left, I could remember them without writing them down. But
Mm-hmm.
I do like to write certain details, especially with health conditions and stuff. If I'm trying to get out of there, I said no. I can't go. Oh, I had to go down and get that cat from my mother. Thankfully, she keeps them for the day. But yeah, we should do a show this week, Jen. You should get your topics of discussion
Uh-oh.
ready. I know Liberty Cowgirl will want to get on too at some point, and we'll do a show, her and I. And I hope to get Elaine up here. Elaine knows a lot about wellness and health too. And she's
Mm-hmm.
out of work. And I told her, girl, you need to come up. She came up when I told her we had a sauna. She came up. She came right up. I said, girl, come up. And she goes, you got a sauna? I go, yeah, get up here. So I think her, Sarah, and I could really get together and put together a really nice wellness. I told her we'll do an open house first. We'll do an
Mm-hmm.
open house and we'll teach people how to make their own blends and stuff, and we'll give them some samples, and then we'll let it be a buzz, and then
Uh-huh.
we'll have a scheduled workshop or something, and we can offer the sauna too, but we can offer a little spa day. I got a little hot tub too, it's a 3-person, but girls
Did
be
you get
loving it.
any male massagers, guys?
No Chippendales at the pool here. I do dream of them a lot. I'm like, where is my Chippendale and my maid servants? No, actually, I have maids, but they're not my servants. It's just talking like an ass. But I have really, I love my girls. I love my crew. They're like my kids. They
Yeah.
are. I really don't like them coming up here and cleaning. They come up. I like the new ones to have to come up here before they go out into the public.
Yeah.
Because I like to get a hold of them and I like to talk to them and I like to remind them, you work for us, you don't work for them.
Right.
They're always going to try to make you do things that the next maid might not do. So be
Right.
consistent. In fact, we were at church today and one of our clients came up to us and she was all like bent out of shape. And it was so funny. She goes, my daughter's standing right there. Okay. And she goes, I don't know, but whoever that front desk person is, and she keeps changing the schedule. And I really want Jessica to clean my house and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just sitting there going, oh man, we're in a church, lady. Don't do this. Like my husband hates that. It's like the most annoying thing, but he took it in stride. He did not get annoyed. He's such a kind man. He really is. He did not.
Yeah.
I was a little annoyed at her for not recognizing like, this is not the time or place to talk business, but okay,
Yeah.
you're a widow, less than a year. I'm going to give you grace because I love you, but it's a little tacky, just saying, and a little annoying to my husband, but he was great. And so he told her, listen, well, I do tell people when we gain them as a client, you are hiring A1 cleaning service. You are not hiring a particular maid. And
Right.
you may get another maid next time. But for you, I will make an exception, he told her. And she just ear to ear grin, And I was like, my husband is the shit. He's so the shit. He's amazing. He's amazing.
You're truly blessed, Diane.
I
You
am.
really are.
I really am blessed. He's him and I've had really hard times together, and we've both forgiven each other a lot of baggage. But when we got married, we promised each other it's under the blood. It's done. We'll
Yeah.
never bring it up again. And we don't. Some stuff's there, but we both got to see each other become new creations in Christ. And that's really where our blessing's been, because we were together when we were young, and it just was broke up a couple of years. I gave up on that dude. I thought I'm getting me a cowboy. Cowboy logger country guy. Not the city slicker from Chicago who can't even freaking build a fire. Actually, he could. He worked for the California Conservation Corps for the first year he was here. He worked his brains out. He just worked his butt off, and that's something they really ruined in California, because back then there was a lot of guys that were on harder drugs, and they weren't really a danger from what I can tell. There was no reason why they had to start drug testing those people. And they only let certain people operate the chainsaws. My husband was never given the chainsaw. There was this one guy in the California Conservation Corps when he was in it in 1990, 89, 90. And he was a big Christian, and he taught that whole crew, Romans are rad. Romans are rad. And he just would say it all the time. And my husband, he didn't read the Bible for years later, but then he remembered that guy. And the guy would witness to the whole crew. They got paid once a month. They'd go out and do trail work in the rain, travel long ways. The motto was low wages, miserable conditions, and more.
Wow.
And it was hard work. And nowadays, I don't know how they get anyone to do that work with the drug testing they do and the piss poor salaries it is. But he got to go to some pristine backwoods areas, and he also went on some fire camps, some spike camps. He went out with some, and they supplied, like they brought in with the mule trains, or mule trains brought them supplies. That's what it was. They were way out. He loves to go out in the backcountry. He's a backpacker. I'm not. I'm like, That's what horses are for, honey.
Yep.
Carry our crap. I don't want to carry my crap around the woods. How many
I know
dogs
you
do
have.
I need? How many dogs do I need to put packs on them, and then they can carry all my crap?
Yeah, and
That's
that's awesome that you have a dog named Toby, and I had a horse named Toby.
Oh, I had a horse named Toby too. My
Oh,
cousin's
did
horse.
you?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, I overfed him and he foundered a little bit, but he lived,
Oh.
thank God. But I had to pay the vet and I overfeed. Overfeeding is bad. Overfeeding is bad, bad, bad for animals and for people.
Yeah.
But you tired yet, lady?
Yes, ma'am. It's
get it.
go
Let's get
20
it.
to 3.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'll talk to you tomorrow. Let's talk tomorrow. Call me anytime.
Okay, the only day I can't do is Tuesday and Thursday. So.
Okay.
But,
All right. Well, maybe tomorrow and maybe Wednesday.
Okay, sounds great. Sounds
Okay,
great.
sweetheart. I hope you sleep well.
All right, you
Love
too.
ya.
And thanks for letting me pop on. It was just
always,
weird.
anytime. I was so happy you did. Yeah, of course. You're welcome.
It was too dark to see, but I just yeah. I got all the windows
Well,
closed and I could still
That was
smell
a good report, my friend.
it.
Good report. I liked it. And I appreciated it. And I loved it.
Okay. All
Over
right,
and out
hon.
from Wisconsin
Yes.
and Humboldt County.
Yes, yes.
Peace out, y'all. Love you.
All right.
Bye.
God bless, Diane. You have a good
God
night,
bless
hon.
you, honey. Bye-bye.
All right. Love you. Bye.